Hey everyone, it's Kyle from Amon Auto, and today I'm bringing you a vehicle that's a little near and dear to my heart. This is my personal vehicle, my 2018 Mazda 3 Hatchback Touring with the Sun and Sound package. This is a vehicle, some of you may be surprised, it's actually mine. I got it in January, so now I've had it quite a while, and I just wanted to give an overview of it because I've been very pleasantly surprised with this car as a whole package. Between the 18-inch wheels, the very fast performance, it's went above and beyond my expectations. To give you guys just a little backstory, when I got this vehicle, I was just looking for something affordable as my commuter vehicle because I drive quite a bit. Both me and my significant other drive over 50 miles a day to work. So we need something efficient is becoming more on our list, which is, I know isn't the most exciting thing, but it matters. And so this I thought was going to be a good blend of practicality and fun, and it has turned out to be. This does have the 2.5 liter Skyactiv 4-cylinder. So what Mazda does is it's a high compression engine, but still takes regular fuel. Makes about 188 horsepower, which for a vehicle that weighs 3,000 pounds with the 6-speed automatic has proven to be plenty fun. 0 to 60 on this is a high sixes, 6.8, 7 seconds. And that's more than enough to have fun with. This isn't a sports car by any means, but it handles very nice. It has a independent rear suspension, which ironically for 2020 and up, they switched it back to a torsion beam to save costs. So if you go drive a brand new one and really hustle it on a back road, I'd argue this one's a slightly better driver. You can't get the turbo or the all-wheel drive like you can in the new one, but if you buy the used one, you do get a little better rear suspension. Just going around the side here, I do love these 18-inch wheels here. They're very nice. It's pretty hard to curb them. I've gotten up on curbs and they've been pretty good so far, so I've been really happy with how they look with the dark gray. I think it really pops with the black, makes it it just gives it a really sporty appearance. Something I love about the back here, you get the dual exhaust. They're kind of dirty. This is a direct injection motor, so you do get some carbon deposits on those tips. You get the Skyactiv badge. These taillights, they're all halogens, no LEDs. You do get LEDs if you step up to the Grand Touring, but I'll tell you guys in a couple minutes why I think the Grand Touring is probably a mistake if shopping for this vehicle used. Opening up the hatch, this is a really big reason why I liked it. Not only do I like the style of the hatchback, it's very, very practical back here. So this gives you 20.8 cubic feet of storage, which is a lot for a compact car. Remember, this is a compact car. That competes with, for example, a Chevy Impala, a Ford Taurus, a Toyota Avalon, those big SUV or big cars, pardon me. Those all have about 18 cubic feet. So this has significantly more storage than even a large car, even though this is a compact car, which is very awesome. As you can see, we have a dog that weighs about 50 pounds. He hangs out back here and we drive around. He likes it. I like the openness right here so he can see us, and it's been really good for that. We do grocery shopping, our Aldi bags there. It's kind of a no frills cargo area, but you do got a light back here, non-LED, but it's nice. And there's no switches to pull down the back seats, but it's not that deep of a cargo area, so you can just easily fold these back seats just like that and you're good to go. And underneath here, you do have what is very nice is a full-size spare tire. That's getting harder and harder to find now. It is on a steel wheel, but it's the same size tire. So that's getting harder to find these days with fuel economy trying to lighten the vehicle. And over here, that's where your tire jack is. You could also, almost looks like you could store something in there if you were in a pinch or trying to hide something. No power lift gate. Again, I wouldn't expect that for the price I paid for this vehicle, which at the end I will tell you how much I paid for this. I did manage to buy it right before the car market boomed, so I'm very thankful for that. Let me hop in the back seat real quick. I'll show you guys back seat room. Sorry, let me unlock that. Here we go. So to push this back, all you do is push it and it snaps right back into place. So I'm 5'7" and I'm sitting behind myself. And as you can see, I got about 3 inches here, so you could have a person 6 foot back here and they'd be relatively comfortable. No real amenities here. Power windows, you got your cup holder. You do have a nice little fold out right here with cup holders. This is leather lined on the inside, which is nice. Good place to rest your arm. Only one map pocket. It's kind of weird. That's a little cost cutting measure, but I don't know how many people are going to need it. You do have some speakers right here and right here, which is really nice. This does have the Bose 9-speaker sound system, so you have plenty of speakers. I'll get more on the audio system when I get up front, but just the back passengers alone, they have 4 speakers back here, which is quite good for an economy car. So overall, it's good if you're 6 foot or under, but if you got a bunch of big people or you're doing a big road trip with some people, I don't know how great it would be for that, but it gets the job done for what we need it to economically. Let me move on up to the front. So I just want to show you guys opening the door right away. It does have this leather lined, and I don't know if you can see, guys see that. It's supposed to be like a brown, dark plum red. For a compact car, this is very impressive. This is almost something you'd expect on a German luxury sedan or Lincoln product. This isn't something you'd expect on an economy car. The MSRP on this car when it was new was $24,000. So I'm pretty impressed with these interior materials here with the Bose sound system. You got the Bose badge, of course, which sounds pretty good. You got your just silver painted plastic with the chrome accent door handle. Automatic for the passenger or for the driver, but no automatic for anybody else. So now when you step inside, the first thing that surprised me when I stepped in is it's pretty nice in here. For a compact car. I'm not trying to say this is a Cadillac, but for a compact car, again, this was brand new with a sticker price of $24,000. It's pretty nice in here. You got a lot of nice, desirable features. Three-stage heated seats, dual zone climate control. You got a touchscreen radio right up here, or you have a center command system to control it. You do have a sunroof in here. It's just a normal sunroof, but plenty for a car of this size. And again, you got the Bose 9-speaker sound system, which for a premium car or for a not premium car, I think sounds very, very nice. You know, it's still not as good as, you know, the German cars where they have 20-speaker sound systems. But if you're just a person who enjoys good quality music, you can turn this up and it stays crystal clear. I've been very impressed. I think if you're into music, you'd be very wise to search for a car with that audio function. A couple more features that just kind of surprised me at this price. I kind of like how the style of these gauges look. This isn't a full digital display, of course. I wouldn't expect that. But it's kind of a nice style with this big analog speedometer here, flanked by 2 LCDs. The left one is just a trip and tachometer. I'll rev that out for you guys. Take a listen to the 2.5 liter. For a 4-cylinder, it sounds pretty nice. You know, again, it's not a V8, it's not a V10, but for what this vehicle is, I think it sounds pretty sporty. It doesn't sound raspy when you rev it out. I think it's a engine that likes to rev. I've been very happy with the performance of this 2.5 liter. Jumping over here to the other side, there's an info button here on the steering wheel, and it can cycle you through here. As you can see, I've averaged 30.8 miles per gallon, which is very, very good for a vehicle like this. I say that because this vehicle has almost 200 horsepower, 188. It has a 6-speed automatic, and half my commuting is city. And you might say, well, for a 4-cylinder economy car, you should be getting near 40. But Mazda did make a 2-liter version of this car that does get about 3 to 4 miles per gallon better. This is the upgraded motor that comes standard with the Touring. Now, what the Grand Touring would give you is LED headlights, heads-up display, and it'd give you some advanced safety features. This does have blind spot. You can see it right there in the mirror. This does have blind spot, but it does not have active lane keep assist or adaptive cruise control. So it stops short of all the safety features. But again, this is a 2018, so I wouldn't quite expect all that high-tech safety features to be here. But you'd have to step up to the Grand Touring, and they are available. That does increase the cost significantly. This car, like I said, $24,000 MSRP. If you stepped up to a Grand Touring, you'd be at about $29,000, which at that point, in 2018 money, that was a lot for a compact car. I know we live in a day now where compact cars are that expensive. The new version of this car can get over 30, but that's with the turbo and all-wheel drive, and that's more of a hot hatch, almost akin to a GTI or like a Ford Focus ST. So one knock I have on this car is this infotainment. This thing, I've had it 7 months now, and I'm just starting to get used to it. This command center in the middle is very responsive. This has a very tactile feel, very nice, but it doesn't seem intuitive at all. It might look like it now that I know what I'm doing, but it took me a while just to be able to pair my phone, get to my phone, And while you're driving, this is not a touchscreen. This is only a touchscreen while it's in park. So, and there's no nav either. There's no nav on this. Even though you have a nav button, if you click the nav button, you can purchase it from the dealer. I don't really like that. I do find it interesting. It still shows your latitude, longitude, and your elevation. That is a little neat. So at least, even though you don't have the nav, you still get some features of it, but it's just weird to me. They shouldn't have that button there, or this shouldn't even be there. It just reminds you, hey, you didn't pay for everything you could have gotten. To go back to the center console, I do like it. The shifter feels very good. It's leather wrapped with the chrome accent. I think this feels very good in the hands. It has a manual mode right here, so you can shift up or shift down. It does also have a sport mode right here. If you click this button, you'll see the sport right there lights up. The sport only lasts about 30 seconds before it'll turn itself off, but that's usually all you'll need. This thing loves to hang out above 4,000 or 5,000 RPM, right where it's making all of its 188 horsepower. It's very spirited if you keep it in the power band. This thing's really fun to drive on a curvy road, to toss it around. Mazda's old Zoom Zoom ethos definitely shines in the driving experience of this vehicle. Going over here, it is a very deep glove box for a compact car. I was kind of surprised. You can see I can get half my arm in there. It's not damped. It's not lined with, or it is damped. I'm sorry. It's not lined with felt though. Otherwise, yeah, this has been a very good car. A little more connectivity down here. SD card slot if you want to load up your own music, and just 2 USBs. And there is an aux as well, which is nice to see. It's 2018. I would kind of expect that. That's when people are still using that. Let me go outside and I'll give a wrap up on the vehicle. Tell you what I think, what I paid for this vehicle, and why I don't think you should get the Grand Touring. So to wrap up, I paid for this vehicle $15,700, which I think is a tremendous value. This car, when I bought it, had 32,000 miles, and it was certified pre-owned. So this car has 3 years of Mazda covered warranty with a $0 deductible. So if anything goes wrong with this vehicle, it is covered by Mazda. That is a beautiful feeling to have. It had brand new tires on it, and all the rims are, there's not a whole lot wrong with this vehicle. So I paid $15,700 for it. Now, the Grand Touring models are out there, and you got to pay $3,000 to $4,000 more to get a Grand Touring. Like I said, the Grand Touring would give you full LED headlights. This just has halogens, full LED taillights. It'd give you a heads-up display, and it'd give you the driver assistance features. Here's my problem with that. For a used car, most people seem to be a little more budget-minded. That's why a lot of people buy a used car, to either avoid the depreciation or for whatever reasons they need. And so to go spend an extra $4,000 just to get some LED lights and some safety features really doesn't seem like a good value for a used car buyer. If you're over $20,000 on this vehicle, I don't know how good of a buy that is. I don't care how many features it has. It's still a compact economy car at the end of the day. Now, big last thing about this vehicle, I did buy it before the used car market exploded. Right now, I bought this for $15,700, and CarMax offered me $17,200 for it already. So that's just showing you how crazy the used car market is. Right now, this would probably be about $20,000 on a dealer lot. So I bought this just in the nick of time. So I'm very happy with that. I think I'm gonna have to keep it for a while until this used car market settles down, because even if I can sell it for a good money, you still have to buy a new vehicle, which has been proving very difficult. So this is my personal vehicle, guys. The Atlas Crossport we traded in. That was my significant other's vehicle. Her vehicle is still being built. That should be here shortly. We're hoping 2 to 3 more weeks. If you guys have any questions about this car, please leave a comment down below. I do my best to answer. Leave the video a like. It does me a lot of help. And if you really like the video, please subscribe. You can always make requests in the comment section as well on what vehicle you want to see next. I'll do my best to see what I can do. But yeah, this is my personal 2018 Mazda 3 hatchback. Possibly the best used car purchase you could have made. Thanks, guys. Catch you in the next one. Peace.